Good day, folks. Reloading Bench back with you once again. Allergies killing me on this beautiful, chilly weekend morning. And as we continue working on the green machine here in the background, picked up the hardware, recycled some old hardware. So these are going to be the mounts for my T-slot. These are going to be, I decided to go with black oxide. These are going to be the mounts that will mount the press to the base. And this morning, what we're going to do is we're going to level this off. So we're going to first cut this, then decide how long this board needs to be, and then we'll get rid of this, and then we'll start drilling some holes so that we can mount some hardware, get this press actually mounted, and then maybe do a little run on some brass to see how it actually sizes and decaps in terms of how much effort is actually needed, because up until now all I'm doing is wiggling it on the bench. So back in a bit once we've got this cut, and more to come. Update: there's no turning back. Holes are drilled. So we've got the 4 holes for locking in the base. We have the 3 holes, the way this would go. We've got the 3 holes, and that's countersunk so that nothing will poke through. You know, there's always one bolt that doesn't want to play nice. There we go. And the way that will work, and it is still cold as shit out this morning. For spring, it doesn't feel like spring, even in the sun. All right, that's not going anywhere. I debated routing an edge on here. Haven't decided yet, because the saw just chews it up, or if I'm just gonna round it with the sander. So the next shot will be press mounted and checking out. Back in a minute. All right, now, because this sits as low as my lee turret, I would operate this in a seated position, but on an inline fabrication mount, plate mount, I would have a riser on here so that it's a little higher. So we're going to take an unprimed shot 45 ACP, and we're going to run it through its official paces, and let's see if I can find, here's one, a bullet. Too much shit on the bench. All right, whoops, and the camera's right in front of me, so it might be a bit awkward. All right, here we go. Very first time. Dun 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 dun. And because I don't have my little primer pocket bottle installed, we can't hear that drop. So let me install that and see if we hear that primer drop. Oh yeah, did you hear that? That was a sound of beauty. The powder charge is operating. So had we had powder in there before, we would have had a mess because there was no case in there, so it should have been off. But now it's flared, and you can see the flare. And we will drop that token bullet in there. And we will seat that bullet. And we will now crimp said bullet. And Since I'm an equal opportunity colored bin person, we will do blue today. And there's my first finished round. It did decap. And I tried really hard to make this the same overall length as what I shoot. So there's a primed piece of brass. Let's see if my cartridge overall length is... It definitely looks decent, more decent than when I first got the press and was tinkering. All right, so my round should be 1.232-ish. I don't know if you can see that. The RCBS, maybe a little less. 1.277. And I'll have to check my documentation to see if that's acceptable. I'm hoping it is, because this thing is a bear, a real bear to manipulate in terms of this adjustment rod right up here. So for those who bash Lee in terms of how easy it is for adjusting that cedar, shame on you. But that was cool. That was really cool. I'm gonna do one more just for the giggles, because again, primed, nut belled, previously shot. Love that sound. And in all honesty, we're not getting a whole lot of resistance. I don't have another bullet handy, so we'll short stroke that. And I didn't put my bin. So let's go back and insert this right about here. And because I manually inserted that, get rid of that belling. And because there's no weight, it's not going to fall off. Last one. This is too much fun. Primed. Okay, I don't know if that actually kicked the primer out. I didn't hear anything drop. No. So I might have to adjust the primer stem just a little bit. We'll do one more. One more. No, that one doesn't. Okay. It's clear that what we've got here. Okay. I'm going to adjust this, so I'll be back. Okay, minor adjustment to the decapping rod. Again, previously shot unbelled. All good. Excellent. This is quite cool. Quite cool. And as I said, it doesn't require hardly any pressure. So I'll do a off camera and I'll show you how I have this mounted. Back in a minute. All right, so here's the front view. Black oxide, double washer, and a nut, and the back looks like the same, but I'll turn it around and give you a look-see. That is what the back of the press looks like. So I went with black. There's some chrome on here. I just felt that the black fit the press a little bit better when you look at how much black is blued, whatever you want to call it, is on here.